Hi, everyone, and thanks for being here. It's Tuesday, and most importantly, perhaps the first day of fall as of 9:30 this morning. Still fall-like weather in store, and still some clouds and showers in our forecast before the week's end. An updated outlook in just a few moments. Several calls of emergency last night, an auto accident, also a young person from McGoffin County airlifted after a serious dirt bike accident. A few details there. We have updates COVID related, local, statewide. We have a couple of governing bodies, local and statewide, weighing in on trick or treat. Everyone yearning for anything that gets us back to normalcy, and trick or treat is one of the most recent questions to come up. Will it or will it not happen? Our Sagersville City Council and the governor have both weighed in on that. I'll tell you what they are saying in just a few moments. The Kentucky State Police saying that they are looking for a missing Eastern Kentucky woman, and we'll see what some Trump supporters said as the Trump parade trend made its way to McGoffin County over the course of the weekend, and a lot more before I leave you for another beautiful evening in the neighborhood. A few things COVID related before we actually get to our update. The University of Pikeville went to their level 4 in regards to their COVID-19 response plan, and they're now 24 hours into a 72-hour lockdown at the campus of Pikeville due to COVID-19 numbers. The recent numbers from the university saying that they had 15 active cases as of yesterday, and a little more than double that since the 1st of July. The university emailed all of its students last evening telling them that level 4 meant they must go to their rooms, stay there, only leaving to get food to eat or for a case of emergency, and that in the next 72 hours the University of Pikeville will make preparations to move all classes completely online, and be consulting in that time as well with the Pike County Health Department to conduct contact tracing and make future plans and preparations for what has been apparently a spike, as we could consider it, of cases on the campus of the University of Pikeville. And some new rules set forth for basketball. The Kentucky High School Athletic Association today issuing some new rules to be adopted in regards to basketball. And it essentially does away with the jump ball at the beginning of the game and for overtime as well. Essentially what it means is that at the beginning of the game, the home team, after a coin is tossed, will call the flip. At overtime, the visiting team will call the coin toss. And throughout the game, when the ball is tied up, it will be an alternating possession situation, going from one team one time to the other team the next, eliminating the jump ball for a coin toss for high school basketball. And I assume that we'll be seeing some other rules to be adopted or changed before tip-off or the coin toss begins. We have some staggering numbers corona-wise, COVID-19-wise, for the coronavirus, and also some that's nationally, as well as some high numbers statewide. We'll get to that in just a few seconds. A couple of calls of emergency since I saw you last evening. A teenager in McGoffin County, a 14-year-old boy, was seriously injured in a dirt bike accident on Dotson Branch. We've spoken with family and EMS and confirmed that he was taken by helicopter to the Cabell Huntington Hospital. He was wearing a helmet. However, due to the severity or seriousness of the collision between the dirt bike and, I believe, a fence or gate or both, the helmet was pulled from his head and he suffered head trauma. But I'm glad to report that after being seriously injured, he's expected to make a full recovery and was set to be released earlier this afternoon. We certainly are glad of that. At least 2 people went to the hospital last night in a 2-vehicle and trailer collision at the mouth of Lakeville on Route 7. From what I understand, after talking to Sagersville Police Chief Matthew Watson on scene last night, there was an SUV, a Jeep Grand Cherokee, towing a trailer with a load of furniture on it, traveling southbound on 7, making a left into a driveway across from the intersection of Route 7 and Lakeville when the car you see to the right of your screen collided with the trailer, sending at least, I believe, 2 people to the hospital. There was a female passenger or person in the Jeep that was said to be 8 months pregnant, which was taken by ambulance, ground ambulance, to an area hospital. I believe the driver of the passenger car also, too, was taken to the hospital. We believe all for non-life-threatening injuries. There was a helicopter that was called for a medical emergency on scene. A family member of one of those injured arrived and was suffering from a medical condition. They did call for a helicopter. However, at the time, all medical helicopters which respond to the area were on other calls. The closest was 45 minutes away, and she was therefore taken by ground ambulance to an area hospital for a medical condition, again, that she experienced on scene. From our men and women in gray at Post 9 in Pikeville, they are asking for your help in an ongoing missing persons investigation in reference to this woman, a 39-year-old Pikeville woman, last seen or heard from by her family at the end of July. Post 9 says they were contacted on August 12th in reference to this woman's missing status. Valerie Hunt, 39 years old, from Pikeville, was last contacted her family from a home in the Lick Creek area of Pike County on July the 30th. She hasn't been heard from since. She's described as 5 foot 8 inches in height, 160 pounds, curly dark brown hair, and brown eyes. State police say if anyone has any information or has seen anyone matching her description, to please call the post at 433-7711. The investigation ongoing by Trooper Mark Branham, and Detective Jason Merlo. Brand new at your Sagersville Lee's, and for a limited time, it's sticky sweet and it's bringing the heat. Their new spicy bourbon dippers. You get an all-new taste, nothing short of amazing. They take their spicy jumbo dippers, toss them in a kicked-up sweet bourbon sauce for a flavor that you're only going to find at Lee's. But don't wait. This spicy specialty is only here for a limited time and only at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe.
Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Go to Conley Tire in Staffordsville or ConleyTire.net right now and get $200 back on a new set of Goodyears, $100 on new Generals, Coopers, Bridgestones, and Mickey Thompsons, all with the smoothest balancing Snap-on has to offer. And if your ride has a light on, let their state-of-the-art Zeus diagnostic machine figure it out for only $35 at Conley Tire.
Hello, Bob Hutchison here for Hutch Jeep, and we're having our back-to-school sales event. Buy any pre-owned vehicle and you'll receive a $250 gift card, or when you buy a new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram, you can get a $500 gift card for back-to-school shopping. Right now, you can take advantage of Hutch employee pricing on every pre-owned vehicle. And remember, the Hutch Guarantee.
So a lot of things to talk about tonight, Corona-related, in our daily update. Right now, let's talk about trick-or-treat. It has been brought up in the past 24 hours by two governing bodies, the Sagersville City Council, who discussed it last evening, the governor of Kentucky discussing it briefly in his daily address earlier this afternoon. Let's pick up with, or begin with, last night's Sagersville City Council meeting. We'll cover a portion of the meeting this evening, which also included a brief discussion on setting tax rates and that as to whether or not trick-or-treat will be held in Sagersville and Magoffin County on Halloween. In regards to tax rates, the City Council voted unanimously to keep them at the same rate as last year, so nothing different on that front. At the suggestion of Mayor Pete Shepard, there were some appointments made to the city's Ethics Board. There are actually 3 vacancies on the board at this time. 2 members have gone on to sit on other boards and therefore cannot sit on the Ethics Board. And there was also a member who passed away just some weeks ago. The mayor suggesting, Gerald Howard of Dixie and Cynthia Horn of Dixie to serve in 2 of those seats, with the 3rd yet to be named. All voted in favor of those appointments. And now let's go on to Trick or Treat, Halloween. Everyone struggling and yearning to get back to some sort of normalcy, but officials having to weigh that with, of course, the health risks and concern. With some cities already saying that they are going to hold trick-or-treat, some in eastern Kentucky saying that they are not, some still undecided. Members of the Sagersville City Council were in favor last night of having trick-or-treat, but not all traditional Halloween activities.
Lawrence County's decided to have trick-or-treat, Fayette County's having trick-or-treat. I don't know about Paintsville and Johnson County, I haven't heard them mention. Hazard decided to have trick-or-treat. So I just want to get your all's feel on it, and then we'll make a decision maybe on one way or the other, and let them know.
Well, they're going back to school next week, ain't they?
You go back to school the 29th, next Monday.
If you can go back to school, why can't you go trick or treat?
That's what I'm asking you guys.
I think we ought to have it.
Yeah. I do too. That's for the kids in it.
I agree.
So as of now, trick-or-treat set for Halloween night, which is on Saturday the 31st, customary time from 6 to 8. However, there will be, of course, for obvious reasons, no event at the McGoffin County Health Department. The children and students, of course, won't be bused from schools to town and to the health department, again, for obvious reasons. But as of this hour, at least, and today, it appears as though trick-or-treat has been set for Sagersville and McGoffin County. And Governor Beshear, too, addressed trick-or-treat earlier this afternoon in his address. I'll get to that in the latter part of the following report before he did issue today's numbers for the coronavirus here in Kentucky. He spoke of a few other things, including National Voter Registration Day being today. Reminding Kentuckians again that the last day to register for the election, October the 5th, the last day to request an absentee, October the 9th, early person voting starting on October the 3rd, and election day, of course, falling on the 3rd of November. You can get your absentee by going to govoteky.com. The governor also reflecting on today, or this month, being National Recovery Month. The governor also touching on tough news in our nation, not just in our state, but as well across our nation. Today's numbers across the country, well, certainly reflect how serious the situation has become and how serious it is going to continue to be. And today's numbers statewide also continue to support that.
We've now lost 200,000 Americans to the coronavirus. 200,000. It's difficult to comprehend. This virus that pretty much didn't exist, or to our knowledge, until the beginning of this year, in really a period of about 6 months when most of these deaths occurred, would take 200,000 Americans. And I certainly don't have another event, period, challenge in my lifetime where we have lost so many Americans. And I can't think of one in the past that occurred that some people denied. This virus is deadly, it's real, and it is harming, killing us. And on a day where we've lost 200,000, and some numbers are going up, we had a large number of cases nationwide yesterday. It looks like cases are back on the rise. It'll take a little bit of time to see. We got to understand our fight is still going on. It's going to take as long as it takes. It's going to be difficult. But the fact that we've already lost 200,000 people ought to tell you how powerful this virus is and make us commit to doing the right things to defeat it. 200,000. And we've only got a couple Kentucky cities that are larger than 200,000. It's larger, to my knowledge, than any football stadium that's out there, almost double what you'd see. And we've lost those Americans.
Before addressing today's number of cases and new deaths, the governor asking or calling on schools to please be vigilant, be careful, and mindful of sporting events, noting that at least 5 Kentucky high school football games have canceled, that 5 teams are currently under quarantine as a result of positive cases among those schools, which were not identified. With today's numbers significantly high, which have also significantly increased our positivity rating across Kentucky.
All right, today's COVID update, 824 new positive cases. And that's 824 out of about 10,000 new tests. And so what does that do? It increases our positivity rate. So not only do we have more cases than I'd like today, 824, 134 are kids under 18, but our positivity rate is now back over 4 at 4.52%.
Beshear also announcing Kentucky's death toll has risen by another 7 deaths today for a total now of 1,119. In regards to Halloween and trick-or-treat, he says the state's guidance is not ready as of yet. He did note that the CDC suggests that trick-or-treat and other activities like that should not take place, but the state is still getting together their guidance and will issue that soon. The CDC essentially saying that Halloween should be limited to events such as carving pumpkins and decorating with members of your household, decorating your house, things of that nature, virtual Halloween contests, that trick-or-treat, other Halloween parties and gatherings should not take place this season. And on the heels of the governor referring to the nation surpassing 200,000 deaths from the coronavirus, Dr. Anthony Fauci and other federal health and other officials are as well noting this very grim milestone, 200,000 and counting as of earlier today. It was just a mere 8 months ago that this entire pandemic began, and at that time that seemed improbable or impossible. But as of today, right now, there are a lot of ways to look at those numbers. 200,000, roughly the population of Huntsville, Alabama, Salt Lake City as well. It would be like losing a whole town. And if we were to stop there at 200,000, that would be one thing. Right now, the United States is averaging almost 800 coronavirus deaths a day. And at this rate, 200,000 will most likely turn to at least 400,000 by the end of the year. One can only ask where we would be right now and at the end of the year without the mask mandates, social distancing, and the like that we have, of course, seen implemented statewide and nationally for months now. With that said, we'll take you to the Trump parade right after these messages. It's hard to describe the t-shirt lines and looks in right now at the seasonal shop, but I'm going to try. 2 of them are made right here in KY, Ridge and Holler, because, in Kentucky, you're always in one or the other, and both are always beautiful. Just check these designs out. The other is Yonder, and it's made in Pikeville, and it's just as cool and creative and all Kentucky. Definitely something there to appeal to everyone. And the ever-popular Turnrow brand, also at the seasonal shop for all fans of anything farming. And you can come into the shop and experience the magic of perfectly chilled drinks. For regular and slim cans, regular or even wine bottles, cups, and more. It's the Cadillac of koozies by Brewmate, all colors and styles in stock right now at Prater Drugs seasonal shop. Go with All Pro, and you'll always get a perfectly finished project backed by decades of experience and thousands of satisfied customers. Always with the best prices on everything from small to large remodels, bathrooms to kitchens to entire homes, or turnkey new construction on everything from garages, homes to retail space. And seamless gutters too. And All Pro still offers 0% financing for up to 18 months and long-term low interest rates on those big projects. For an estimate, call this family-owned business today.
Hello, Bob Hutchison here for Hutch Jeep, and we're having our back-to-school sales event. Buy any pre-owned vehicle and you'll receive a $250 gift card, or when you buy a new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram, you can get a $500 gift card for back-to-school shopping. Right now, save up to $14,000 on new Ram trucks, and there's several to choose from. And remember, the Hutch Guarantee.
Up next, here's tonight's community calendar brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau, and you know how we love them. Birthdays, kick it off. Yep, got a couple. Vivian Prater from Jackie Minix, Connie Hansen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Vivian Prater. Happy birthday to you today. I also have this one, which was, I believe, a note for yesterday. My apologies. A happy 72nd birthday to Wanda STACY. This was actually for September the 20th, so coming in a bit belated, but from family and friends, happy 72nd birthday, Wanda STACY. Happy birthday to you. A reminder that the next McGoffin County Community Blood Drive comes up this Friday, 1 to 5 in the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center. Call to make a donation appointment at 1-800-775-2522. And of course, all donors get a free Kentucky Blood Center t-shirt while supplies last. Flu shots available at the McGoffin County Health Department. If you have any questions, call 349-6212. And for announcements like these, birthdays and anniversaries too, this is how you get them on the show. And at the bottom of your screen, you'll see the email there, Joe@Sagersville Independent. That's how to get birthdays and anniversaries and birth announcements in the Sagersville Independent for free as well. If you want them in both, you need to tell both of us to make sure that we all get the right information. But we're always glad to spread good news when we can via your announcements, birthdays and anniversaries and the like. And going on to this evening's obituaries, at last report, funeral arrangements still incomplete, but being made at this time in honor of 58-year-old John Harris of Sagersville, who passed away on yesterday at the King's Daughters Medical Center in Ashland, survived by his wife Eileen. And other family will have complete arrangements as soon as they are made on behalf of the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Car accidents don't stop. Accidents at work don't stop. Disability and SSI cases don't stop. Your legal needs and concerns don't stop for the coronavirus, and neither does McFarland and Tinker. They are open, able to schedule appointments per CDC guidelines, and always available for telephone and video conferences. Please, be safe, be smart, stay home, and don't let your legal needs fall victim to the pandemic. Call McFarland and Tinker and let them take care of them for you. Summer heat and no AC make for a miserable drive, but don't sweat it. Call Black Smoke Performance in Sagersville for inspection, diagnostics, and repair by qualified technicians with the latest technology and equipment. Don't suffer in the summer heat. Get your air conditioning fixed today at Black Smoke Performance. Come to Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville and get your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications, and immune system boosters, all from the safety and comfort of your own vehicle, either in their drive-thru or with their new curbside service. You can also call ahead or just download the MyGNP app, that's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, and refill and manage your prescriptions right from your device, helping you and yours stay healthy and safe. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400. The Trump train, Trump parades, caravans, you've seen them as well as I. They're happening all over the country, and they seem to have set a new, or at least a bigger means, I guess we could say, technically, of supporting a political candidate. Just last week at Cincinnati, somewhere between 7,000 and 12,000 people participated in a Trump parade on I-275. And they're doing it all across the country. You've seen them, boats and motorcycles and motor vehicles. It's an idea that has now made its way to Sagersville this weekend after organizers and participants that I spoke with seem to have a common motivation, if you will, in making a loop through McGoffin and Johnson and Floyd counties on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm fighting for my kids and my grandkids. I mean, I don't have any grandkids right now, but I want my kids and grandkids to have a future. I want to, to vote for the candidate that upholds American values and things like that will be handed down to my kids and future generations.
Yeah, I want something that'll my kids will be able to look forward to in the future. Right now, the future is so grim with what we've been doing for the past few decades, And we need somebody in there that loves the country and that's bringing jobs back to our country and providing those things, protecting our Second Amendment rights, fighting the abortion laws, bringing peace back. You know, when the reporter asked him the other day if he thought that he deserved the Nobel Peace Prize, and his response was, peace was the prize. And that's what we're trying to bring back to our country, something that we can stand on.
My one question to the Coles and to some others that I spoke with on Saturday, in McGoffin County, which is a mostly Democratic county, which, mind you, often has and does vote Republican, what message does a display like Saturday's parade represent?
Basically, my part is I want the world to see that with everybody supporting the way that they are right now, the numbers when it comes to voting is just you're going to be able to look at that and see how real it is. You can't look at the rallies and see the people that are supporting what we're trying to do and then expect any different kind of an outcome. So when you look at this and then they come back and say that the other side is actually winning or even close, then they're gonna question that and start to question what's going on, and that's basically what I'm here for.
And they're going on everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I want the best for my granddaughter. I want the best for my grandson. Best schooling, the whole 9 yards. I don't see nothing Biden. I don't even see nothing down home about Biden. And that tells me that the Democrats is really getting fed up with this stuff, to me. But that's my opinion, and I don't want nobody to get mad at me, upset with me. But I have got neighbors that is Democrats, and then I've got some that's Democrats, and that's going to vote Republican. But that's their business. So
I counted 32 vehicles that made the parade beginning in Sagersville on Saturday, and organizers of that event have already reached out to us to tell us that they are planning a bigger and farther reaching parade in the coming days. Lastly, not least, because a lot of it is nice, your Licking Valley RECC outlook. Yeah, indeed, still holding on to a nice weather pattern, but still looking ahead at some clouds and showers. Partly cloudy skies tonight, a calm wind, a low of right at 50 degrees is expected, so says the National Weather Service. You can see partly cloudy skies out there, of course, or you did just a few seconds ago over my shoulder and over downtown Sagersville. And tomorrow, the sun makes a return. 75 degrees for your Wednesday, 55 tomorrow night, a little more mild, mostly sunny. More clouds tomorrow night than not, mostly cloudy skies, and that will be the last day of a full-blown sunny day. Last day of the full-blown sunny days for at least a little while. The next front rolls in, and Thursday we see a change. A 20% chance of some showers early on. It'll go up to 30, 40 by Thursday night. 75, 56 your high and low. And again, more clouds and 30% chance of showers than not. So sunshine takes a bit of a break for a few days. Friday, pretty well ditto, close to the mid-70s again, upper 50s for nighttime lows, but mostly cloudy skies and a 40% chance of showers on your Friday. And for your weekend, glad to report, sun does make more of a return, and we're getting upper to the upper 70s. Yeah, 78 degrees, partly sunny, 30% chance of showers, pretty much from after 3 o'clock in the afternoon until about 7 or 8. So a rather narrow window, but still 78 partly sunny and a 30% chance of showers for your Saturday. Sunday, still some more sun and mid-70s and a 50% increased chance of some showers, maybe thunderstorms possible as well into Sunday afternoon. We'll hold on to the mid-70s for a few days into next week as well. 74 Monday, 75 Tuesday, holding on to some sunshine and some shower chances. Well, from Saturday all the way through Tuesday of next week. So bottom line is tomorrow is another beautiful day in the neighborhood. The next, not so much, but not that bad. Not that bad at all. And that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you all for spending a little bit of your Tuesday with me. I'll see you back here Wednesday for the next edition of Your News Today. Again, thanks for watching.